All right, now Lincoln actually asked for another appearance on Claire Western Hitters channel. So here we go. Here's Lincoln today, and once again, Fernando Tatis Jr. Good luck trying to copy what he does. All right, so we already saw what Fernando does. Let's see Lincoln here. Now Lincoln's going through a kind of a swing change. He's trying to make some adjustments. So there's going to be some bumps in the road on the way. So right here he starts pretty good spot. He's in a wide stance. Lincoln's wide stance. Pretty good spot right here. Let's go ahead and go forward a little bit. All right. Getting ready. Does his little waggle. And I see that bottom hand coming off. So that tells me maybe it's loose. It's loose right now, but he's gonna give it a death grip. I don't know. All right, he's loaded. Now he's very wide. He's not going to stride very much, if at all. He basically just, brings his heel way up, and he's going to bring his heel back down. Now, I think that's something that he could probably get away with. You're bringing your heel way too up, and then your foot's coming back off the ground. If you want to just do that, you might as well just bring your heel up, but don't bring it that far up. Because now when you're putting it back down, you're having to bring your foot off the ground because I think you're going to be late. But anyway, so you get here. Now you can already see your hands are already starting to go forward. They should be They should be back here over your back foot. They're not now, but you are making. Your swing today was better. You're just not used to it. But so you started with your hands over your back foot. But as you go forward, since you're stiff, and this is once again, if I had $1 every time I told you guys to stay loose, and I think you guys think that when I say stay loose, that's like a little league coach telling you to get your back elbow up, or a little league coach telling you to squash the bug. No, these are things that you have to do if you're going to be a good hitter. If you want to have a tight upper body, which Lincoln likes to do because he's a strong guy, so he wants to use those big muscles. But if you want to be a good hitter, sorry, you can't do that because you'll see what'll happen. So if he was loose, those hands would stay back over his back foot, and once again, we'll see Tatis Jr. He goes forward, but his hands are loose, so they stay there. He's walking away from his hands. He's going forward. His hands are staying back over his back foot. See? Lincoln, you go forward and they go with you. You go forward and your hands go with you. They don't stay back over that back foot. All right, so let's see what happens. So, basically you have one problem. You can't you have no idea how to get loose with your upper body. Because right now you're in a pretty good spot. Your hands aren't too far. It's a different angle, but I can tell your hands aren't way out here like they were the other day. But your hands are going forward. So now you're going to start your swing from basically right there. You're going to start your swing from like right in here somewhere. Where Tatis he's gonna use his whole swing. He's going to start his swing from back here. Start rotating. He's going to start rotating from there. Boom. Where you like to creep forward and you're not even rotating. You're rotating your upper half, but you're not rotating your lower half. So the first thing we need to do, we're going to have to get rid of this. This is too wide because you can't rotate. You have to hit upper body. So you get out here. Now, if you were a little bit back more, you can now see this. Let's back up Tatis Jr. And that's pretty good right there. So you can see. Let's see where I want to put you. All right, that's good right about there. Now you can see. Let me get this. I'm going to draw a line right here, and I'm going to draw a line right there. You're gonna have a hard time turning on your axis because you're not in a line. Where Tatis Jr. from his shoulder to his foot, he's basically in a line. Where your shoulder goes, you've drifted forward. So now you're going to have a hard time turning on your axis where you can see Tatis Jr., since he has a good line from his shoulder down through his hip and down through his lower leg, he's going to have an easy time to just turn on that. See how that line stays there? Boom. And he turns on that. And he turns around that line. But Lincoln doesn't have that line. So his upper body's going to take over. Upper body takes over. Your knees do get close together. But I think we're striding too far. I think we need our stride to be probably more in this area. And once again, we're just talking about inches. We're not talking about feet. I think we need to cut down that stride a little bit. And let's see what happens. Now, if he's loose, just like Tatis Jr.'s front arm is going to stay close to his body, like it is right here. It's close to his body because he stays loose. He's an all-star. He knows what he's doing. That's a perfect spot right there. Let's see where Lincoln. So Tatis Jr. over here, he's getting the ball. He's hitting it over his front foot. Look at this lead arm. Perfect. It's still close to his body. It's basically, this right here, his bicep is basically rubbing against his chest. Let's see if Lincoln's going to be like that. But he's going to swing all upper body. Tatis Jr. put his whole body into it, transferred his weight, put his whole body into it. Lincoln's going to go forward. He's going to be very stiff. And watch. Look at that. All right, you can already see this front arm getting away from his chest. That's because they're not, it's what I call disconnected. If you're connected like Tatis here, as the shoulder turns, the arm comes into your chest and they come together. That's connected. That's a connected swing. Lower half and upper half working together. And that arm stays close to the chest, it makes contact and then through. Now let's see Lincoln here. He's not. He's going to be disconnected because he's so stiff with that upper body. He's a strong guy and he wants to use those strong muscles. And unfortunately in baseball, trying to muscle balls, it can work if you know how to do it, but this is not how to do it. So his arm's going to get away from his chest. There it goes. See? Way away from his chest. Now he's hitting the ball almost over his front foot as well. Now it's a little deep. Tiny bit deep. But look at the difference. Let's go back. Let's get Tatis back over here. Boom. All right, let's get rid of these little markers. I mean, if you can't see the difference here, a little drawing thing. I mean, look at his arm. Straight. Look at the distance between his chest to his arm. Basically nothing. Now here, look at this arm. Straight. Tatis's leverage is to crush balls to left center. Lincoln's leverage is to, basically hit this lady in the head over here. That's where his leverage is. But he's trying to slow it down to put it in play. But look at the distance here. Look at the distance between his chest and that front arm. I mean, is that a strong position? If once again, if there was a tree right here, and he was going to try to push against it to see how much force he put on that tree from this position, nothing. You have nothing. You have no. You gotta get the ball. This arm needs to be more in this position. this front arm. So it's in this position. It needs to be more in this position, like Tatis Jr.'s is. That position. And why does that happen? It's just tension. Too tight in these muscles. Loosen them up, and all that stuff goes away because you can see you're muscling it with your upper half. You're muscling it, muscling it. The lower half should be leading, lower half leading, and the upper half should be like wet noodles, but they're not. You're getting way too much distance here. And I mean, other than that, your swing is fine, but you gotta find a way. And do I have a way to do it? Yes, I do. But you gotta keep doing it every single day. So Monday, yes, I'll have something for you as well.